Hello everyone, my name is Disleidy Portalatin. I will be presenting Chapter 14, Organizational Structure and Change. I will be using the article titled Starbucks Coffee's Organizational Structure and Its Characteristics by Pauline Mayer. There are 4 key elements that make a difference in how we behave and how work is coordinated. These are building blocks of structure: centralization, formalization, hierarchical levels, and departmentalization. There are 4 key elements that make a difference in how we behave and how work is coordinated. Centralization is when decision-making authority is concentrated at higher levels into our organization. Formalization is the extent to which policies, procedures, job descriptions, and rules are written and explicitly articulated, which in turn controls employees' behaviors by the rules set in place, resulting in predictable behavior. The numbers of levels an organization has in their hierarchy establishes whether it's a flat or tall structure, while departmentalization divides specialized and/or generalized departments to handle specific jobs. These 4 elements are often able to coincide with each other, resulting in mechanism structure similar to the hierarchic structure to accomplish effectiveness. In contrast, organic structures are more flexible to pursue innovation. According to my article, Starbucks is structured as a matrix organization. Due to its wide variety of the structure design that involves intersections among various components of the business. The corporate headquarters embodies a hierarchy that is also integrated into having several locations operations in different parts of the world to accommodate specific customers. Starbucks is also known to have multiple product sales, such as merchandise and baked goods aside from serving coffee, and the franchise stores made up of teams to deliver the goods and services to the customer. Due to its variety of management structure for accountabilities and the responsibility, Starbucks is a perfect example of a matrix organization. Figure 14.6 shows an example of a matrix structure at a software development company. Organizational change. Why do organizations change? Organizational change is the movement of an organization from one state of affairs to another. It is no secret that most organizations plan to make an impact of change for a better future or are forced to do so. These are changes that can be change in a company structure, strategy, policies, procedures, technology, or culture. Regardless of the cause, the goal is to have an effective means of new procedures. Change in work demographics, like providing flexible work hours and job sharing, may become more popular as employees remain in the workforce even after retirement. I consider technology to be the biggest reason an organization is forced to change its structure. Our textbook gives the example of Apple Inc. changing its way of selling music online. Fast forward to now to allowing customers to stream an unlimited amount of music for a monthly fee instead of paying for just one song or just one album, and providing other services like Apple TV and more. Organizations are finding that it's often way cheaper to produce goods and deliver services in some countries compared to others. This may lead companies to utilize manufacturing companies overseas. Successful companies must adapt to organizational goals, while poorly performed companies must quickly make changes if faced with a threat of environment. Market conditions. Living in the middle of this pandemic, a lot of organizations are forced to change its ways to sell products and services. Restaurant, bars, movie theaters in New York and everywhere in the world Organizations have been forced to adjust to its new way of living, providing citizens with proper guidelines to stop the spread of COVID. Resistance to change. Active resistance is the most negative reaction to a proposed change attempt that can sabotage the change. Passive resistance involves being disturbed by the changes without necessarily voicing these opinions. Instead of speaking up, you're faced with basking in your emotions. Compliance involves going along with the proposed changes with little enthusiasm. Enthusiastic supporters are defenders of the new way and actually encourage others around them to give them support to the change and effort as well. Sometimes changes drastically make or break individuals. When a company faces challenges, most employees resist it because it disturbs habits. Humans are creatures of habit and routine. Depending on your personality, you can embrace the change or be threatened by it. Our text with states, research shows that people who have a positive self-concept are better at coping with change. Fear of failure ultimately lowers your confidence, resulting in overwhelming negative situations that can affect individuals. Potential for loss of powers, and when done too frequently, can exhaust employees. In figure 14.13, we see Kurtz-Lewin's three-stage model of planned change, guiding you to either unfreeze, change, or refreeze a plan of action to become effective. Informing your employees of change can lead to employees bracing themselves with the change that's bound to strike. Proceeding with implemented change, and finally making the decisions and changes to be the new norm. Thank you, everyone.